Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about uh, the Esmerald moving on from the name Esmerald to another name called Ravyn and the reason behind it. So Esmerald, like I said, is a Python web framework. I've done two videos on it. I've covered the feature, the support. I've covered why you should use it, the comparison between the ones out there like FastAPI, Django, Flask, and other ones, and the feature of it, why you should use it, the community, how you can join, how you can contribute as well. I've spoken about it. But now I'm going to be discussing why they are renaming the framework from Esmeralda to Ravyn, right? While I personally like the name, but I kind of understand the reason why they are changing the name. And the reason behind it basically is because the name Esmeralda confuses the people who are just joining. So when they search for Esmeralda, sometimes they mistake it for Emerald. Sometimes they just see all sort of things on the internet, whereas you just want them to jump into the documentation to just get started. So that's why they come up with something very short that the user can just basically just jump into and start working on instantly. Of course, you can still search for Esmerald. If you do esmerald.dev, for the people who are used to the name already, it will just automatically just redirect you to Ravyn, basically. So quickly, I'll just go over the feature, the support. So like the feature, you can see all the feature here: routing, interceptors, permission, middleware, observables. So if you click on the observable, you will see what are observable. They are just a pattern. One send an event and one other one respond to it. There's dependency injection, and there's also decorators. There's all sorts of ones as well. And again, you can also check under the database. They will show you all the database type that they support, right? You can use either MongoZ or Edge. Of course, you can bring in your own ORM if you have one that you are comfortable with, but just to let you know that the ecosystem also have one that you can basically just work with. And this one actually works with basically any async. In fact, they have support for working with non-async async framework as well. So you can check that out. That is for database and uh for for working with another ones like MongoDB. You can also use like MongoZ. I think I'll just search for it. MongoZ Python, right? Mm, MongoZ Python. So you can see MongoZ Python comes up instantly, and you can also check it out. You can view it, right? You can see how it basically works. Basically, you can see how it works, and it's very nice, right? It's very nice, all right? So you can also check the Open API configuration, which means they are generating. I think they are the first sort of framework that I think do this automatically. So they are giving you, if you want to generate a rapid doc, which is rapid API sort of documentation style for stoplight, which combine these two. Basically, you can read and try it out. Or if you want only this, but by default, it will give you the four. So if you just start your server and go to this directory, I mean to this URL, right, you will see it there, right, which is very fantastic. Of course, you can also customize it. There's also an extra, and under this extra now you can see where you can basically still using a sort of on top of the like Django, how you can mount it and all those kind of things. You can still see it there. The test clients, if you want to see how you can dockerize it or deploy it, you can also see it here. For all the experiments that they are currently working on, like the new feature that they are planning to work on, you can see like gRPC. They are working on it. You know what gRPC is, right? They are working on it. If you want to send mail, these are like country, right? Like any country package. I mean, any extra package that you might not necessarily need, but they are there. For an example, if you want to send email, you want to send file, you want to JSON file, shortcuts, all those kind of stuff. Like you want to abort, you want to respond, all those kind of things. They're also there. And of course, if you really want to get started to it, you can just start by learning or click on this learning, and you can just start uh, get started with it and just start writing your API. All right. So that is just it for this video. Cheers.